Hello, my beautiful higher path guidance soul tribe. So today we are going to do a pick a card and look at the energy around your person's true feelings for you. But first, I want to take a moment to ground you down into your energy. Take a deep breath and notice what pile calls out to you. Is it the beautiful amethyst, the rose quartz, or the green fluorite? I'll see you in the reading. Pile number 1. Okay. So the overall energy for pile number 1 is all that glitters. Card number 16, and that reduces down to a 7. What comes to mind is all that glitters isn't gold. So you might be seeing something through rose-colored glasses right now. And be mindful, okay? Be in the here and now. Don't be too focused on the past, and don't be future tripping, right? And you're going to be mending bridges with somebody. Also, so that's 52, reduces down to a number 7. So we have 2 7s and a 5, okay? So one of you guys might be wearing a mask, and that tells me that right now your partner might be hiding some things from you, okay? Doesn't always have to be negative, but it can mean that they're not telling you their true feelings. They're not being open with their authentic self. And then we have wisdom and simplicity right underneath that. So when I look at wisdom, sorry, let me fix this. Wisdom is right underneath all that glitters. And I keep wanting to say all that glitters isn't gold. So use your wise mind. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Your person is showing you exactly how they feel right now. And in this moment, I feel like you guys have possibly went through a current situation where there's some turmoil. Maybe you guys got into a fight or an argument, and you are thinking a lot about the past. And you need to be in the here and now, okay? And this person wants to mend this bridge with you. They want to work it out. And when you look at wisdom, you can see there's 2. Oh, I'm sorry, there's just 1. I thought there was 2. But the way I read tarot is intuitively, and I automatically saw 2 people, even though there's just 1. So that tells me that you might feel alone, but your person is with you. Your person's thoughts are centered around you. And I want you to keep it simple right now. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't overstress. Focus on yourself. Focus on your own self-healing, your own self-care, gym. I want to say gym, tan, laundry. So if you tan, then, go to the gym, maybe do your tan, do some laundry around the house, okay? And sometimes things are better left unsaid. So you might have some opinions or some thoughts or some fears about the future, but Spirit wants you to focus on the here and now right now. And that's what your partner is doing. They are trying to remove their masks. They're trying to show who they really are. They're trying to be present, and they want to mend a bridge with you. So whatever happened, use your wise mind, okay? Use the wisdom and keep it simple. You might be seeing feathers right now, and that might be your sign that your person's going to reach out to you, or your person is feeling sorry. I feel like they don't have the words to apologize yet. All right, and so then we have the Ace of Cups, the King of Wands, the Devil. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or you could be a Capricorn, and the 10 of Swords. So right now your partner is feeling like they have a new opportunity to open up this emotional connection. And they want to come in as the King of Wands. They want to tell you how they really feel. They want to tell you how much you mean to them, and they want to mend the gap. They want to mend the bridge. But there's some devil energy. So with that, if you're a Capricorn or they're a Capricorn, this is like triple confirmation that your person is waiting for the right time to mend whatever happened between you guys. And they feel like they're in the Ten of Swords right now. They want to be in the King of Swords and they want to show up and tell you exactly how they feel. But they might be dealing with some toxic behavior or some toxic situations that keep them held back. They might be a drinker, they might use substances, they may be a little codependent, and so they could be very fearful to come forward and tell you that they want to mend the bridge. And with the Ten of Swords, I feel like they feel really defeated. And they might not be saying much right now, but they are hoping to get the courage to let go of the things that are holding them back and their fears so they can show up for you and give you that new emotional opportunity, that new opportunity of let's have another chance, let's have another start. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. So you could definitely be dealing with an earth sign or an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. And so they are really in their thoughts right now. They are waiting for the right time to let you know how they really feel. They can be a little scared, but they see you as the Queen of Pentacles. So you are in your queen energy. You know how to take care of business, and maybe they don't feel like they can. And so they're wearing their heart on their sleeve, and they're also feeling like, I want to say, a little bit down. And they see you as a very hard worker. You are going on with your life, and they can be in some fear right now, okay? I feel like this person really wants to mend bridges. They just don't know exactly how. All right. And as I'm giving this reading, I'm thinking about the Moonology card. So we're going to go ahead and pull a message from the Moonology card to give us maybe a little bit of a timeline, and then also to see exactly how you guys can go about mending this. And I don't want to say go ahead and reach out, give them the time that they need, because as of right now, they want to show up for you as the King of Wands. I'm sorry, as the King of Swords, because they see you in your Queen of Pentacles energy. So you could definitely be an earth sign dealing with an air sign, okay? And that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? Or they can be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I really feel for you, you know, you chose the amethyst, and that is all about healing. That is all about protection. And sometimes, you know, you could be in your Queen of Swords energy also. Maybe you might have said some things that were really hurtful, and you are dealing with this by just throwing yourself into work, and they see you as like, she doesn't need me, he doesn't need me. And here we go. Two actually came out, so we're going to take both of them. So they might be a little bit insecure. They might feel like, wow, I'm sorry, but I said we're dealing with an air and an earth sign, and what came out? Full moon in Taurus and new moon in Gemini. So let me just show you guys that. So I feel like it's going to take about 30 days, because from the new moon to the full moon, it takes about 30 days. And one of you could very well be a Taurus, and your partner, your significant other, it could be a Gemini. That is definitely the air sign and the earth sign, okay? And I just want to say that one of you might be very stubborn, and the other one might feel like there's two of them. There's the face that they show the world, and then there's the face that they want to show you, but they're just not ready yet. They are just, I want to say, scared, but they do want to mend, okay? So we're going to read out of the full moon in Taurus. Just so we don't miss anything, okay? So sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical. And sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, by expecting it, welcoming it. But you need to balance that with taking down to earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. So be mindful of the things that you're saying to yourself. If you're saying, like, oh my gosh, he's never going to change or he doesn't really commit to me, then that's what you're going to get. But you can say to yourself, I am always chosen and my person will choose me every time. And that's actually called the law of assumption. Okay. So attune to the moon. Write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. So additional meanings could be laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change that and own it. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream, which is so true. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. So make sure that we're grateful for others, okay? And more exercise is called for. So put your time and your energy into yourself. Go to the gym, maybe start eating a healthy diet, maybe take a class, learn something, okay? But exercise your mind, exercise your soul, exercise your body. The teaching. The full moon in Taurus is a time to get back to earth, to get grounded, to work through any negative feelings you've been dealing with, and to find a balance between being passionate and being overly intense. Money issues may come to a head at the time of the full moon in Taurus, but you can take this card as a sign to pay more attention to your cash flow no matter when you draw it. So be mindful, don't be overspending, okay? And also bring your energy back to yourself, okay? They will show up when the time is right, but they do want to mend that bridge. They do. So in the meantime, just remember that all that glitters isn't gold. There might be something out there that looks better to you. You might be second guessing a relationship because it's not the relationship that you ultimately imagined. But bring yourself back to the here and now. And there's two sevens and a five, okay? So seven can be important to you. Maybe you're born on the seventh, maybe they're born on the seventh. Maybe you're born, or one of you might be born in July, okay? But I have a feeling it's more like born on the day of the seventh. All right, so new moon in Gemini. And I have a feeling you're the Taurus, okay? So that because the energy I'm picking up on is very airy. So, a successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, and that is communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you don't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbor, it's not though, this is definitely your significant other. There's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. So, attune to the moon. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you are prioritizing them. Additional meanings could be time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you, and read more books. The teaching. Gemini is a sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel. And the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossip, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves a good chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble crossed wires in your brain. So, that is triple confirmation that your person is preparing to come and communicate with you. In the meantime, don't be out shopping to deal with your pain or to deal with the temporary separation. Don't spend money. Don't be wasting. Do not engage in a toxic behavior trying to not feel emotions for somebody that does love you, okay? and they are going to come forward and they are going to communicate. So, pile number 1, stay in the here and now. Remember, all that glitters isn't gold. And when I see that card, and after reading this message for the Moonology cards, and after seeing this reading, I'm realizing that you may be trying to deal with how you're feeling by buying things. And not everything is worth your energy. And energy is currency. Money is also currency. So, in the meantime, while you're waiting for your person to get the courage to mend this bridge and to come forward and tell you how they really feel, stay in the moment, stay in the here and now, use your wise mind, and keep it simple, okay? All right, pile number 1. Pile number 2, the rose quartz. All right, guys, so let's get right into your reading. Let's see what your person on your mind is feeling for you right now. Overall energy of the reading is a new life. Card number 39, which equals a 12, which can also reduce down to a 3, okay? Peace. Card number 23. And imagine. So right now your person has been taking some time. They've been resting. I see them in a dream state, and either they have been imagining a new life with you, but they want to have that peace of mind. They could be in some fear, and so instead of facing how they feel, they could be resting a lot. I keep wanting to think hibernation, okay? So card number 20, 23, and 39. And then we have the transformation card. So that tells me that you are going through a transformation within this dynamic. Something has to change, okay? And with the peace card coming out and a new life and transformation, it tells me that maybe you guys have been arguing a lot. Maybe you guys have been disagreeing on certain things that mean a lot to each one of you. Disagreeing on some things that mean a lot to each one of you. And you guys just need that peace. You need that break. You need to transform and alchemize this energy into something new. Okay. And then we have taking risks and healing the chaos. And in healing the chaos, there's butterflies all around the tornado. Okay. So I feel like for some of you, this person is reconsidering another chance with you right now. They're reconsidering another go around, and they want to take that risk because they do love you and they are imagining a new life with you, a peaceful life, and they want to heal the chaos. But I also feel like they're very overwhelmed. They can be a very, I don't want to say a meek person, but you can be the dominant one in this relationship. And I feel like you can be so passionate at times. It comes off a little maybe controlling, and they want to have a relationship with you, but they do not want to feel like they are not at peace. They don't want any chaos. They want this relationship to transform. So they don't want the relationship to end. They just want it to transform, okay? So let's go a little deeper. All right, so we have came out like this. So we have the King of Cups. So they are really in their emotions right now. And I feel like they're able to hold back their emotions a little bit. They're able to compartmentalize and appear like they're going on with their life and it's not affecting them much. I don't see you guys in separation right now. I see that you guys are kind of taking a little bit of a break. You might not be talking to each other as much. You might not be connecting with each other as much. But with the Six of Pentacles, you're going to be giving and receiving. So there needs to be a balance between your guys' emotional well-being. So if they are showing up for you emotionally all the time, that's going to drain their energy if you're not also showing up for them emotionally every once in a while. So for pile number 2, I really feel like this person wants a chance with you. This person wants to reconnect, but they are fearful because they do not want to not have the peace in their life anymore. They don't want to fight. They don't want to argue. They don't want to keep things from you, and they don't want you to keep things from them. But they really want this relationship to transform. So maybe they're going to work on themselves, and maybe they want you to work on yourself too. And I'm really feeling like you guys are not disconnected. You guys are still connected. It's just been kind of turbulent lately. And with the Strength card, you could be dealing with a Leo. You could be a Leo. But also, I feel like this relationship has taken a lot of strength on both ends. I keep wanting to say miscommunication and misunderstanding. So just know that a relationship can be a lot of hard work. They want a new life with you, they want this relationship to transform. But it's up to you, pile number 2, to heal the chaos within yourself so you do not create chaos within the relationship. And I'm not saying that they don't have chaos within them either, because they probably do. We all do at some point. But we have to have an equal give and take. It's the balance of life, okay? And they want to take the risk. They want to take the risk with you because they do love you. They want to have a new life with you. They want peace, and they want emotional balance, and they want to give you the love that you deserve, but they also want to receive the love that they deserve, okay? And then, oh my gosh, so we have double confirmation. So King of Cups on the King of Cups. So that tells me that they really want balance. They, either you or them, are showing up in your King of Cups energy. You're very emotionally aware. You're very self aware. You have no problem speaking your mind and talking about your feelings and your emotions. But one of you, roles can also be reversed, but one of you doesn't know how to share your emotions. You could feel a little like you're closed off. You are scared to share, but deep down inside, you want this new life and you want to transform, you want to grow, and you want to heal because you know that this is what you want. And oh my goodness, we have the Queen of Cups. Wow. Wow. So you have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This is what your partner or your significant other or the person on your mind is feeling right now. They want you guys both to show up in your King and Queen of Cups energy. They want that power couple. And you guys could both be water signs. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay. But they want you guys both to be emotionally attuned and emotionally available. Okay. They love you. They just don't love the dynamic lately. And I feel like you feel the same way. But you're worth taking that risk, trying to transform, to heal the chaos. And that's the life that they're imagining with you. And I feel like they're sitting at their window right now looking out like, I want this person so bad. I love this person so bad, but we need to both be on the same level emotionally. They might feel like they are emotionally neglected, or you might feel that way. So, with this energy, I can't pick it up exactly, but I feel like either you or your person feels emotionally neglected in some way. Maybe you or them talk about their feelings and they're very easily discounted. Maybe one of you guys is really in your logical mind, but they're imagining a new life where you guys are both emotionally available. And I want to say right now that one of you guys might be dealing with somebody who has an avoidant attachment, and one of you is avoidant and one of you is anxious. The anxious wants you to be, the avoidant to be more loving, empathetic, emotionally there, and emotionally aware and emotionally connected, right? But the other person, on the other hand, wants the anxious to trust in the fact that they love you and they're not going anywhere. And sometimes they just need space. It has nothing to do with you. And I'm getting right now very strongly that maybe some of you have reacted a lot. You have gotten really mad or angry, and it's caused a lot of conflict between you two. And so they are just kind of like resting, taking their space right now. And they are imagining a new life where it's peaceful and there is no more chaos between you two. Okay. And then we have the Six of Wands, and that celebration that is being recognized publicly. They might see you as the woman of their dreams or the man of their dreams. They might want to marry you because they see you as their counterpart, but they just don't want the chaos and the conflict anymore. So it's going to take a lot of strength, okay? But anything worth having rarely came easy, okay? And this person is not giving up on you. This person is just kind of like taking a step back, like, oh my gosh, okay, I need to think for myself for a little while. I need to focus on what I need. And I need to also remember that I uh, I heal in different ways than my partner, okay? And that goes both ways. And I pulled from the Moonology for pile one because I was called to after I had pulled these cards. But for you guys, I am going to pull from the Romance Angels. And actually, as I say that, so I'm going to pull from the Moonology cards, okay? Because I feel like I need to have some consistency, and there's a message for you in here, okay? But we're also going to do we're going to also pull from the Romance Angels because I want to get some messages for you from your person. Because I feel like some of you are thinking right now, like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm sick of dealing with the avoidant. I want to talk about it now. How come they always get to have their space? Why do I always have to be the one that suffers? There it is. Okay. A time for healing, the balsamic moon. And what did I say? This is a temporary, I don't even want to say separation because you guys are not separated, but a temporary, a couple days apart so that you guys can both think clearly and so that you guys can both recognize what you need to heal within yourself, okay? And we're going to read from the book on this one because I want to get the deeper meaning for you guys. That way we don't miss anything. All right. And this is a time for you to focus on yourself as well, okay? Pile number 2. So, a time for healing, the balsamic moon. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dream so you're ready when the time comes. Attuned to the moon. When one is healed, all are healed. Additional meanings. It's time to let go of the past. You're about to turn the corner. You need more time to heal. And think about how the situation would look if everyone were healed. So, I want you to remember that just because something isn't working out right now doesn't mean that you guys can't both put in the work and the effort to make the situation better. How would your relationship look if you were both healed, okay? So let's pull a card from the Romance Angels deck just to see what is going on for pile number 2 in their relationship right now. Okay, even though it's already pretty clear, you guys both need to heal. And I'm thinking that with the reader, read some books on attachment styles, okay? Get to know your partner, and then also do the quiz on your love language. Get to know how your partner sees and accepts love, okay? And then get to know yourself, how you see and accept love. Because sometimes a lot of arguments and disagreements are basically just because we are, oh, two cards right off, misunderstood. And my bad, it was three. Wow. And we have some really interesting ones. Wow, pile number two. Okay. So you're going to be healing family issues. So healing is a major Healing is a major message in this reading. So, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So, maybe you are working through a dynamic that you've seen your parents do, and you need to make the effort, okay? Make the effort because great love is worth taking the steps you were guided to take. So, heal yourself, do some journaling, do a gratitude list, think about your partner, and think about all the great things that they do for you. And think about all the great things that they make you feel about yourself. I keep thinking that you have succeeded a lot in life because of their support. You never feel alone. You know you can count on them. And that's a really huge deal, okay? And then we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. So this is obviously going to go to the next step. And that's right above the Six of Wands, which is public recognition of a relationship. Your partner just wants peace. They are craving peace. They are craving a new life with you, and they are craving for this relationship to transform. So, do your healing, let them heal. Focus on yourself. Do not go out and engage in any activities that make them jealous. I don't know why I said that. So, some of you might be up to something, right? Allow them to heal in their own time, and you also heal in your own time because I don't think you guys are separated. They're not going anywhere. They see a very solid, long lasting future with you. Okay. So, do the healing. All right, pile number two. I'll see you in the next reading. Hi, pile number three. So, if you were attracted to the green fluorite, the crystal of balance and healing, okay? Let's get the overall energy for your reading and insight into how your partner feels right now, okay? So, we have Clean It Up, card number 21. So when I look at this card, I'm thinking to myself, one of you, your significant other, is wanting to go fishing or go out on a hunting trip, or maybe you just don't like when they go fishing or camping when you're not there. Maybe that's not your thing. I don't know why I instantly saw that, but I want to also say clean it up. So clean up your side of the street. So what have you what have you participated in that might have been unhealthy in this relationship, okay? And no place like home. So your person right now is feeling like you are their home, you're their person. And I want to say very strongly, pile number three, that one some of you, your guys' significant other is out on like a hunting trip or a fishing trip or a camping trip, and they're thinking about you and they're thinking about no place like home. They want to come home. And the observer. So, oh no. So your person sees you as their home, and you could be married to them, okay? They see you as somebody that's very observant, very smart, very mindful. And they might also see you as kind of like the homemaker, like you might stay at home, you might be cleaning, you might be taking care of the house, taking care of the children while they're out. And that could cause some conflict because you could be like, hey, I want to go out too. Like, does it have to be fishing, hunting, or camping? Like, can we go do something else that I enjoy? So there might be, I don't see separation with you guys at all. I actually see like a married life or a live-in relationship or a very solid relationship, okay? Kids, a home. This isn't a new relationship, all right? And then we have illumination And what did I say? Camping, fishing, hunting. Look at that. That's a lake with some beautiful mountains and some beautiful trees. So one of you, your significant other, and you know what? So for some of you, your significant other is literally camping right now, fishing on the lake. Okay, I love it when spirit is so obvious, and they're going through an enlightenment. And I want to say right now that maybe there's like actually a country song, and I don't know who sings it, but it goes something like she made me choose between fishing and I'm gonna miss her, but like something basically like he said he chose the fishing. And I feel like maybe you and your partner or your significant other have recently gotten into an argument because you're like, can you stay home? Do you have to go fishing? Can you spend some time with me? And they kind of ignored you and they went and they did what they wanted to do. But now they're there and all they can think about is you, and all they can think about is no place like home. And they're very observant of, at first I thought the observer was you, but I'm recognizing now they're observant of how beautiful the moon is, the stars are, and they want to share that with you. And they feel like, gosh, I wish they were here with me right now. Why was I such a jerk? Is what I want to say. And diligence. And when I see this, I feel like your person is going to come home. So let's just say they were going to go camping or on a trip for like a week. They're going to come home early. They are going through an enlightenment and a spiritual awakening right now. And I feel like they're standing there on the lakeside, looking up at the stars, looking up at the moon, and they might not have service. And they're thinking, like, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. And that feeling helps them recognize and realize what they haven't been placing their attention to. And I feel like they're going to come home and they're going to be very diligent. Because when I look at this card, I think of a plane. You know, when we fly and we're so high in the sky, everything looks kind of the way it does now. It's all kind of like mapped out almost. And I want to say your husband, but your person is going to be coming to you very strong. They have had like an illumination, an enlightenment. They have been shown, hey man, you're neglecting this situation. We need to be more mindful. Okay. So if you're still angry at home and you're like, oh, I'm not going to clean the house, clean that house, girl, because look at, clean it up because he is coming. He might be home sooner than expected. Okay. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. Yes, because he feels left out right now. And you know, gender is not in tarot, and I keep wanting to say he, but it could be reversed. But I strongly feel like the viewer is a female, feeling like, oh my goodness, he has to go fishing one more time, or he has to go on his trip with his boys. But guess what? He's out there missing you right now, and he's feeling a little left out in the cold. He's feeling like, why am I choosing to come out with these guys all the time? Like, you know, they're not standing here at the lakeside looking up at the moon and the stars like my girl would be. So he's missing you. And the Queen of Swords. So you might have told this person exactly how you feel. And he could be thinking about that right now. And he could be thinking, oh man, did I really mess up? But he wants to fix it. He's realizing there's no place like home. And I have to say this. There's no ill intention on him going on his little vacation, on his little boys trip, or his little hunting slash fishing or camping trip. He is just doing what he knows to do. And you might have let him have it. Actually, I know you did. I know you did. And that's why he's feeling left out in the cold. He's like, am I even going to have a home to come home to? And he feels kind of in the dark. He feels trapped. I'm really thinking that right now somebody does not have service, but they want to call you so bad and just tell you, like, honey, I love you. I wish you were standing next to me looking at the moon and the stars. It's so beautiful. I don't want to experience this with anyone but you. I'm so sorry that I went on the trip and it upset you. Let's talk about it. Let's meet. and I'm coming home early. So if any of you have a significant other or partner that's actually away from you right now on a trip, camping, anything like I mentioned, and you can't get a hold of them, I really feel like that message is for you. They're going to leave early because they're recognizing, oh my God, I don't want to stay on this lakeside with anyone but my person. That's my home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Yep. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. And, that's all about family, solid foundations, love, happiness, being fulfilled, having the life beyond your wildest dreams. And that's what they want. They want to come home to their family. And I'm thinking that maybe you guys have been kind of having a tumultuous relationship lately. There could have been a lot of ups and downs, arguing, not seeing eye to eye, being really in your emotional mind and your thinking mind and being stubborn. And this person's just like, you know what? I don't even care if they're still in their stubborn energy. I am coming home. I want to be next to my family. What was I thinking? Wow, I love this because they want a new opportunity with you. They don't want to lose you. They love you. They love their home. They love their family. They love what you guys have. Maybe they've just been a little immature, choosing to do the things that make them happy and not really recognizing what you need or what makes you happy. But I promise you, they're going to be very diligent coming forward. They're going to come home early, and then they're also going to work toward giving you the things that you need because they're finally illuminated to the reasoning of, hey, the world doesn't revolve around me. And I'm not saying that in a negative way because a lot of times people think that way, people feel that way. Like, who cares if you have to clean all week and you're at home taking care of the kids and that's what you do? I go to work every day. But if they actually had to live your life for a week, it's like, and I mean, a week is nothing, right? A stay at home mom works harder than anybody because you never get a day off. You never get a break. You never get time off. You can't request vacation time. And I feel like looking at the moon and the stars without you illuminated them. It activated them to finally see things from your perspective. And I feel like they feel stuck because they can't call you right now and tell you. But they also feel like I'm thinking that they also fear that you feel like this. They don't want you to feel trapped. They don't want you to feel like you can't enjoy life or have fun. They want you to be happy. They want you to have the Ten of Pentacles. And that's why then they're ready to give you the Page of Pentacles. They want to give you a new opportunity. They want to give you, oh my gosh. And then we have Nine of Pentacles. What? They want you to be in your happy energy. They want you to be fulfilled. They want you to be emotionally, physically fulfilled because your partner does love you. They have just kind of been unaware of how things have really affected you because you can be in your Queen of Swords energy. So if you're kind of like yelling at them a lot, putting them down, telling them how, like, you don't see it from my perspective, they can't because they're constantly thinking about what you're saying to them, how you're making them feel. But I feel like this camping trip, this fishing trip, this hunting trip, whatever it is, without having a phone, without being connected to you, they were actually able to think clearly and they remember my person is the Nine of Pentacles. That's who I fell in love with. And now they feel like they're in the Ten of Swords. I have to make a change. And, the more somebody tells somebody what they need or what they want, it kind of gets dismissed, which I don't agree with. But that's kind of the way it is. But they had enough time to think by themselves and they recognize what you need. And I promise you, they're coming home early. And when they do, please let me know. And then with the Seven of Wands, this is going to happen fast, okay? And you are going to have a chance to do some self-care. I keep wanting to think you're going to get a massage, a couple's massage. Your partner has finally observed what you've been telling them this entire time. They just never heard it. But for once, they observed it, okay? Oh my gosh, I love that for you. I love that for you guys. And you know what? Better late than never, okay? Because sometimes we don't always see eye to eye. But what's important is when we finally get that illumination or we get the activation and we finally see from our partner's perspective, what are we going to do about it? Your person is coming in hot. Your person might have saw some stuff out there that he was like, you know what? I can't wait to get home to my girl or my guy. I cannot wait to get home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. But I really feel like they're in the wilderness right now and they don't have any service. And you guys aren't separated, but he or her, I feel like it's a husband and a wife, honestly. But there is really no gender in tarot. So but they're thinking like, I just want to get home to my wife. I love my wife. What the heck? What have I been thinking? I want my wife. And I think they've been calling you or trying to talk to you. And maybe that's why they're standing out by the lake because they're trying to find service and they feel like you're so far away, especially with the no place like home card. It's like out of reach. It's up off the ground, you know? All right, so we have a new star is coming, and I love that. So we have a new moon. So what did I say with the Queen of Pentacles? Your person has finally figured out what you've been trying to tell them all along. They're going to be diligent and they're going to come in very quick and they're going to give you a new start and a new beginning. This is a new moon, okay? So let's go a little bit deeper by reading the book just to see exactly what the message is. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, all right. A new start is coming. There is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed, and you are on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles and you're moving into a new cycle. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. Attuned to the moon. I'll see it when I believe it. And that could be your mindset right now. But I'm telling you, if that house is a mess and you haven't shaved your legs, get up and do them dishes and shave your legs because they're coming home early. Okay? So you will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. And forget about the past. So let go of the mindsets, let go of the assumptions, let go of the expectations that, oh my gosh, like, okay, he's never going to change. People change. And your person feels like you are their 10 of Pentacles. They want you to be in your 9 of Pentacles energy. And they have finally observed what you've been telling them this entire time. Standing on the lakeside, looking at the moon and the stars. Okay? So, do them dishes, shave those legs, because your man or your girl is coming home early. All right, pile number 3. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Those of you who wanted to see me shuffle each deck and pick the piles, here you go.